is an audiobook of Interchange English, Grammar and Composition of Class 9. Chapter 14, Part 2, Unseen Text 8, page number 196. Read the notice below and answer the questions. Notice: Yeti Airlines would like to inform its valued passengers that due to unforeseen circumstances, some of its scheduled flights may be changed until further notice. Therefore, passengers are requested to contact or confirm with the travel agency concerned or the nearest sales office or the nearest airport office of Yeti Airlines before commencing their journey. Yeti Airlines would like to apologize for the inconvenience caused. For detailed information, please contact at 977-01-446-4878. Show what you know. A. Find the words from the notice above which are closest in meaning to the following definitions. A. Something not known in advance. B. Program of work to be done. C. To say one is sorry. D. Trouble of problems. E. Beginning something. B. Answer the following questions. A. What is the notice about? B. Which air company has issued the notice? C. What is the reason of apologizing from the airways? D. Why is there change in scheduled flights? E. Where can passengers contact for the other information? Unseen Text 9. Page number 197. Read the following text and do the activities given below. Nowadays, schools and colleges have become the abode of indiscipline. Everybody knows that students have become undisciplined. At the time of examination, police are called. Who will be happy when he sees a policeman standing at the gate with a stick in his hand? One is tempted to ask, what is the use of his education where policemen are needed for conducting examinations? The aim of education is to wipe out the existence of the force. When a father sends his son to school, does he think that his son will become a thief? So, it is not an irony that parents spend money to see students thieves who copy in the examination hall at the point of a knife, stick, kukri, pistol, or bayonet are no better than robbers. Can any father be happy when he sees this? The cause of such indiscipline is that students don't read and teachers don't teach. Generally, in many places, inefficient teachers are appointed by the authorities on the basis of recommendation. Sometimes they select inefficient hands to pay less. The result is that the schools and colleges play with the lives of the young students. Among teachers, there is friction. Sometimes principals harass teachers and sometimes teachers unite against them. The result is that schools or colleges, which are the Vidya Mandir, become places of petty party politics. Another cause is that schools and colleges are overcrowded. Ill-fed, ill-clothed, and tuition hunter teachers are there to teach. Papers are out. Students are tempted to go to the safest way of tuition. When there is no work, indiscipline comes in. An idle man's mind is the devil's workshop. Show what you know. A. From the passage, find the words which mean A. The place where somebody lives. B. Minor. C. Lured. D. The strange aspect of situation. E. Region. B. Rewrite the following sentences in correct order. A. Idleness brings indiscipline. B. The guardians send their kids to school. C. The authorities select unqualified manpower to run the classes. D. Everyone is unhappy to see a policeman at the gate of exam centers. E. The aim of education is to wipe out the existence of the force. C. Answer the following questions. A. What types of students are called thieves? B. Why is the security force managed at the exam centers? C. Mention the meaning of an idle man's mind is the devil's workshop. D. What is the text about? E. Why have the students become undisciplined? Unseen Text 10, page number 198. Read the advertisement and answer the questions given below. Vacancy. We require the following professionals for our group companies. Senior accountant. Applicant shall have a minimum 3 to 4 years hands-on experience at senior accountant level with exposure to finalization of accounts, tax and company audit, arrangement of long and short-term financing together with strong computer-based accounting skills. Junior accountant. Applicant shall have a minimum 3 to 4 years hands-on experience with strong computer-based accounting skills. Please send your resume by email to HR Department, Kedia Organization. Vacancy kediaorg@gmail.com. Note: two-wheeler owners will be an added advantage. Only shortlisted candidates will be called for further selection process. The company reserves the right to reject any or all applications without assigning any reason whatsoever. Canvassing at any stage of the process shall lead to automatic disqualification. Show what you know. A. Match the words in column A with their meanings given in column B. Column A: reserve, resume or resume, canvassing, professional, advantage. Column B: asking somebody to support, competent, curriculum vitae, book, benefit. Number B, answer the following questions. A. How much remuneration has been mentioned for the post? B. Will all the candidates be selected for interview? Why or why not? C. Where should the application be sent to? D. State the meaning of 3 to 4 years hands-on experience. E. Who has advertised the post? Unseen text 11, page number 199. Read the following text and do the activities given below. Rick, about 5 foot 7 inch tall, is in good health and is a cheerful sort of guy, whom I came to know while trekking through his village in Oregon in 1997. I enjoyed staying with him working on his dairy farm, where I experienced a new mode of living. Professionally speaking, for a living, I am a fashion designer, so it was a new lifestyle and entirely a new set of circumstances of me. We worked together with over 2,000 cattle and 6 cowboys. Rick, the master, was interesting and friendly to everyone. In the mornings and evenings we had to milk cow, and in the afternoons we led the cows to the pastures in order that they could graze. We had to go across many fields and meadows to get there. Due to spending so much time together, the cattle and people almost seemed to be accustomed to one another. The fields were a vivid green, and the sky was particularly blue, and all of us looked around in amazement at the contrast of colors. It was like being in an entirely different world. I had not planned to stay for a whole month, however, but the novelty of the situation made me forget my home and career. Rick looked after everything for me and gave me a great deal of his attention and time. I found Rick different from my other friends, interested about me, caring, and highly amicable. Show what you know. Number A. Find the words in the above passage which are closest in the meaning to the following: friendly, uniqueness, familiar, wonder, curious. Number B. Answer the following questions. A. What did the writer think of his new job? B. What was his daily duty? C. Why did he feel that he was in a completely different world? D. What did the writer think of Rick? E. What kind of boy was Rick? Unseen text 12, page number 199. Read the following text and do the activities given below. Psychology is the study of human behavior, of how people behave and why they behave in just the way they do. Its chief purpose is to know more about human nature and human activity. In the past, psychology was defined as the science of soul or mind, but it is not possible to have any direct knowledge of the soul or mind. Whole behavior is not objective and can be observed. Both soul and mind are just assumptions, and even if we agree that they are justifiable assumptions, they cannot be observed and are not a proper object of scientific study. Later, psychology was defined as the science of consciousness or conscious experience. But nobody has been able to say what makes us conscious of things and people around us. And in any case, there are a number of things an individual does without being aware of them. Many people bite their nails or move their heads and are surprised when their attention is drawn to these acts. They perform them unconsciously. Besides, anybody experiences his own private and personal world into which others cannot enter. It is known directly only to him who has that experience. But a person's behavior is open to everybody to observe. It can be directly studied, and it is better to confine the study of psychology to behavior alone, to those activities of the individual which can be observed, compared, and analyzed by all. It is a systematic study of all that man does in response to his world of things and persons. Show what you know. A. Find the words from the passage that are similar in meanings to the following: character, guesses, individual, orderly, conscious. Number B. State whether the following statements are true or false. A. In the past, psychology was defined as the science of body. B. Behavior is objective and can be observed. C. Many people bite their nails consciously. D. Psychology is the systematic study of human behavior. E. In the past, psychology was defined as the science of soul or mind. C. Answer the following questions. A. How is psychology defined? B. How did people define psychology later? C. Can a person's behavior be observed directly? If so, how? D. What is the chief purpose of psychology? E. How was psychology defined in the past? Unseen text 13, page number 200. Read the advertisement and answer the questions given below. Vacancy Announcement. A leading private sector bank invites applications for the post of trainee assistant to be posted outside the Kathmandu Valley. The candidates should be young, graduate, below 26, from the discipline of business, commerce, economics, with minimum 50% marks. The candidates must be fluent in both English and Nepali written or spoken. She or he must be a Nepali citizen and must have working knowledge of computer. Only shortlisted candidates will be called for written test and personal interview. Interested and deserving candidates may apply with full biodata, 2 recent passport-size photos, and names of 2 referees within 10 days from the date of this publication. P.O. Box 6506, Kathmandu, Nepal. Show what you know. Number A. Fill in the gaps with the words or phrases from the vacancy announcement. A. Interested candidates may apply for the post of trainee assistant with biodata, passport-size photos, and blank. C. Candidates must be blank in both English and Nepali. C. Applicants should have scored at least blank marks in aforesaid disciplines. D. The candidates should be young graduates and below blank years of age. E. The applications should be sent to blank. Number B. Answer the following questions. A. Where will the trainee assistant be posted? B. State the academic and other qualifications for the candidates. C. Who will be called for the written test and personal interview? D. What should the candidate submit along with the application? E. What is the deadline for the application? Unseen Test 14, page number 201. Read the given text and do the activities that follow. Calligraphy is one of the oldest and simplest form of art. It is the art of fine writing, so highly developed in Arabic cultures, Japan and China, that some pieces are meant first as art and only secondarily as figures to be read. Chinese calligraphy uses ink brushes to write Chinese character called Hanji. Hanji fit into a square space and are all about the same size and shape. The original tools used for calligraphy were a brush pen made from animal hair and black inks made from soot and glue. Chinese calligraphy was used to make inscriptions, for hand lettering, and to make fine artworks. Before paper was invented, these were usually produced on silk. Often the calligraphy was mounted on scroll and either hung on wall like painting or rolled up. The arts of calligraphy is over 2000 years old. Noble people, scholars, and priests were expected to master the art. Calligraphy is used today to create menus, greeting cards, invitations, legal documents, and business cards. However, a variety of pens are used as well as brushes. Chinese ink and wash painting uses similar tools, skills, and techniques to those of calligraphy. Show what you know. Number A. Match the following words and phrases in column A with their meaning in column B. Column A. Calligraphy. Secondarily, Hanji. Inscriptions. Scholars. Column B. Chinese characters, intellectuals and academics, an art of beautiful writing. As a less important factor, things carved as on a monument or in a book. Number B. Answer the following questions. A. What is calligraphy? B. What is so special about Hanji? C. What were the original tools used for calligraphy? D. Who were often expected to master calligraphy? E. For what purpose is calligraphy usually used today? Unseen Text 15, page number 202. Read the following letter and do the activities that follow. 4th May 2017. The Sales Manager, Panasonic Sales Department, Tamrakar Complex, New Road, Kathmandu. Dear Sir or Madam, I'm writing to complain about the television set that I bought from your shop, P-Sonic 06 in Tamrakar Complex last week. Although the sound quality is excellent, the instructions on the screen are in Japanese and I can't understand them. I am returning the TV set with this letter. I would be grateful if you could repair the fault or replace the set. I look forward to hearing from you. Yours faithfully, Saroj Godar. Show what you know. A. Fill in the gaps with appropriate words from the above letter. A. Saroj wrote this blank to complain about an electronic product. B. He had bought the product one blank ago. C. The instructions are in blank. D. Saroj cannot blank the instructions. E. The sales manager might blank the television set. B. Write T for true and F for false statements. A. The television set was bought in April. B. Saroj likes the sound quality of the television set. C. Saroj understands Japanese. D. With this letter, Saroj is returning the television set. E. Saroj demands that the set must be replaced. C. Answer the following questions. A. Who is this letter written to? B. Why can't Saroj understand the instructions on the screen? C. In what month and year did he buy it? D. What does he think of the sound? E. What is he expecting from the manager? Unseen Text 16, page number 203. Look at the menu and do the exercise that follow. Nepali Cholo Restaurant, Ratuwa Mai 10, menu. Starters 1. Pasta with fresh tomato sauce, rupees 200. 2. Vegetable soup, rupees 160. 3. Vegetable salad, rupees 80. 4. Fruit salad, rupees 120. All starters are served with bread and butter. Main courses 5. Chicken and mushrooms, rupees 300. 5. Fish grilled or fried, rupees 320. 7. Vegetable curry and rice, rupees 250. 8. Mutton kasauri, rupees 350. 9. Thakali khana set, rupees 400. Lunch served between 12:30 to 2:30 p.m. Dinner served between 7 to 9 p.m. All drinks, rupees 40. 10. Coffee. 11. Tea. 12. Mineral water. 13. Orange juice. Snacks. 14. Sandwich, rupees 80. 15. Burger, rupees 75. 16. Omelette, rupees 30. 17. Chocolate cake, rupees 60. 18. Momo, rupees 80. 19. Chowmin, rupees 50. All snacks are served with salad and chips. Show what you know. State whether the following statements are true or false. A. Lunch is served for 2 hours only. B. Dinner starts at 6:30 p.m. C. Bread and butter comes free with the starters. D. If you order a snack, the salad and chips cost extra. E. The snacks are available for lunch and dinner. B. Recommend and write a dish or drink for these customers. A. I am a vegetarian and I want a starter, but I don't like soup, sauce, or fruit. What starter should I choose? B. I want a main course, but I only have rupees 300 and I don't like mushroom. What do you suggest? C. I really love seafood. Which main course do you suggest? D. I don't like eggs or chocolate and I only have rupees 70. What snack can I choose? E. It's a really hot day and I need a cold drink. I only have rupees 40 though. What can I have? Unseen text 17, page number 204. Read the following text and do the activities that follow. The Mayan Indians lived in Mexico for thousands of years before the Spanish arrived in 1500s. The Maya were an intelligent, culturally rich people whose achievements were many. They had farms, beautiful palaces, and cities with many buildings. The Mayan people knew a lot about nature and the world around them. This knowledge helped them to live a better life than most people of that time, because they could use it to make their lives more comfortable and rewarding. Knowledge about tools and farming, for instance, made their work easier and more productive. In ancient Mexico, there were many small clearings in the forest. In each clearing was a village with fields of corn, beans, and other crops around it. To clear the land for farms, the Maya cut down trees with stone axes. They planted seeds by digging holes in the ground with pointed sticks. A farmer was able to grow crops that produced food for several people. But not every Maya had to be a farmer. Some were cloth makers, builders, or priests. The Maya believed in many gods, including rain gods, sun gods, and corn gods. The people built large temples to honor the Mayan gods. Skillful workers built cities around these temples. It was difficult for them to construct these cities because they had no horses to carry the heavy stone they used to build with. Workers had to carry all of the building materials themselves. Today, many of these ancient Mayan cities and temples are still standing. Although the cities that the Maya built were beautiful and the people worked hard to build them, very few of the people lived in them. Usually, only the priests lived in the cities. The other people lived in small villages in the forest. Their houses were much simpler than the elaborate structures in the cities. They lived in small huts with no windows. The walls were made of poles covered with dried mud, and the roof was made of grass or leaves. Most Maya lived a simple life close to nature. Measuring time was important to the Maya, so they developed a system for measuring it accurately. Farmers needed to know when to plant and harvest their crops. Mayan priests made a system to keep track of time. They wrote numbers as dots and bars. A dot was 1 and a bar was 5. The Mayan priests studied the sun, moon, stars, and planets. They made a calendar from what they learned. The year was divided into 18 months of 20 days, each with 5 days left over. The Mayan calendar was far more accurate than the European calendars of the time. Around the year 800, the Maya left their villages and beautiful cities never to return. No one knows why this happened. They may have died from an infectious disease. They may have left because the soil could no longer grow crops. Archaeologists are still trying to find the lost secrets of Maya. They are still one of our greatest mysteries. Show what you know. A. Rewrite the following sentences, putting them in the correct order. A. Archaeologists are still trying to find the lost secrets of the Maya. B. No one knows why this happened. C. They may have died from an infectious disease. D. Around the year 800, the Maya left their villages and beautiful cities never to return. E. They may have left because the soil could no longer grow crops. B. Write T for true and F for false statements. A. The Mayan Indians had lived in Mexico before the arrival of the Spanish. B. The Maya used axes to dig holes in the ground. C. All the Maya lived in small villages. D. Mayan priests made a system to keep track of time. E. The Mayan calendar was less accurate than the European calendars of the time. C. Answer the following questions. A. When did the Maya live in Mexico? B. Why are many Mayan cities and temples still standing today? C. Mention 2 jobs the Mayan Indians held. D. How did knowledge about tools and farming help the Maya? E. How did knowing a lot about nature and the world around them help the Maya?